Okay, you guys keep bringing that energy because I have a dynamic speaker that is about to come forth. Her name is Camille Jones. I hear those Camille fans in the back. Okay, just to give you a little bit of information about Camille. Camille is the founder of We Got This Mind and Body and the Because I Have a Voice program. She's a certified ISSA trainer, personal trainer, holistic weight management, nutritionist, and transformation specialist, and of course, she's a body partner. Yeah. Camille encourages busy women like us, you gentlemen too though, women in business to learn to prioritize their self-care through key areas of wellness, without excessive workouts, but nourishing your body, diversity, mind, body, soul, and business. She's a diamond partner and also a success starter from Ontario, Canada. And her topic today is 8 tips on how to use the power of your voice and bet on yourself. So let's give it up for Camille!
The best community I have ever been a part of. Yeah. Whoa. Well, as you know, my name is Camille Jones, and I'm coming to you all the way from Toronto, Canada. And I'm super, yes, eh? And I'm super excited to be sharing with you the power of the voice. And when you bet on yourself every single time, and what that means for both your personal and your business life, especially when you do the work. Now, what does your voice have to do with your superpower? Well, I like to use an illustration of a superhero. I'd like to ask you all here right now, when you think of a superhero's power, what do you think of? Strength. Courage. Well, how about flying? How about rays that are coming through their hands? Well, those are all fun and dandy, but that's just Hollywood. They always put that like big aspiration of that power. But if you notice something with superheroes, it was through an adversity that allowed them to reveal their superpower. Yes. You know, the loss of a parent, an uncle, the loss of your freedom in technology, Wakanda forever, right? It's through that adversity is where their superpower was revealed. And I even noticed that with our business here in wellness. There's going to be many times in our business that we're going to go through adversities. There's going to be many times that these adversities are going to be out of our control. But does that mean that we stop? Does that mean that we silence our voice? Or does it mean that we stand up and show up? Well, I'm here to tell you about the story of my adversity and how this amazing community, as well as my opportunities to share with others, have allowed me and so many others to soar. Well, my adversity starts with this. Back in 2006, my mom, my superhero, went through the battle of her life. She was cut from ear to ear, and a tumor the size of a mandarin was removed from the front of her brain. By the grace of God, she did survive. Thank you, Jesus, because it was scary. But through that time, my mom developed constant chronic pain because of the scar tissue that's built up over the metal contraptions that were put into her brain, to her mind, to close it back up, her skull, rather. And my mom was always that one that was that cheerleader for me. Camille, you got this. Come on. You know who you are. Use that voice. Stand up and show up. Come on, Camille. Be that person that I know you are. My mom was always that cheerleader for me, speaking that life into me. Well, let's fast forward to 2018. My mom again had chronic pain, and she was in search for a remedy. She had tons of medication, Reiki, acupuncture, everything that she could think of. Without the guidance of anything, she was just doing it. And unfortunately, she fell into a state called catatonia. Now, if you don't know what catatonia is, it is a mental illness that is usually seen in schizophrenics or in young adolescents. Well, my mom was a 58-year-old, thriving, independent, strong Black woman. But now, she was in this state where she can no longer talk, she can no longer eat, she can no longer walk, and worse yet, she was contorted. So she was on a bed, contorted, and just with her eyes. So I call it an awake coma. Now, I was her POA, and this is a little advice to you all. If you do not have a power of attorney, let this be the sign that you need to get one today. Because that voice of yours may need to become from somebody else. All right? So my mom was put in this catatonic state, and the doctors could not see how she was going to come out of it. They tried everything, God bless them, they did. But she still stayed this way. But it was at the time when they were creating a contingency plan for me, for her, to where she could go, where they could get greater care, that I decided to say, not today, not this woman that's my superhero. I refuse to believe that my mom is going to stay in this catatonic state. I refuse to say that this is going to be her forever. And it was in that time I said, you know what? My mom has always used her voice. So it's my time to use my voice. And the way how I use it is the same way that she used to say to me, Mommy, you got this. I would speak to her every single day. You got this, Mommy. Remember who you are. I see you. I feel you. Wake up. It's time to live, Mommy. It's time to live. I need you. I don't know how to raise my kids without my mom. I noticed that as I continued to talk to her, I'd speak life with her. I would even have conversations. I love a carnival, so I would dance with her. She may not dance, but I was dancing, right? And I love to talk, and I got to talk without her saying, hey, shh, right? That was awesome. No interruption, I was on a roll. Let me tell you something. But as I continued to use my voice, I noticed something. Her eyebrow would twitch. Her hands started shaking. And I said, my mom is here. She is capable. They even did studies on her test and her body was healthy. She just was missing that mind-body connection. And what she needed was to feel that inner willpower. And I was the voice to get that to her. I would speak like, Mommy, you got this, and I promise you, once, when you, not even if, when you come out of the state, we are going to love into our bodies. We are going to eat great food. We are going to laugh. And of course, dance. You got this, Mommy. You got this, Mommy. We got this, Mommy. We got this. So I still got one. And that's how I created my business name, We Got This Mind and Body. Because through that experience, through that adversity, I got to see with my eyes the power of the will. The willpower is so deep and so strong, and it truly does come out through that mind-body connection. And when I thought about my voice, I was like, that's my superhero. I need to pay it forward to others. And the way how my brain works is in acronyms, because I'm all over the place. And so the first 5 steps to unlocking that superpower within starts with the voice. And I'm going to break it down for you. That's the first 5. V, visualization. We hear it all the time. Visualize, visualize, envision yourself doing what you're doing. Yes, visualize yourself doing it. But while you're doing it, get into the feeling. You got to get into that feeling of your future self. What are you wearing? Who was there? What's the smells? What is that vibration that's going through you? O, it's observing your own thoughts. We are our own judge and jury. When we take the time out to sit back and self-analyze our own thoughts, because we know we have over 30,000 thoughts a day, and 29.999% of it, 1,000 of it is negative. But when we have that self-awareness, we can sit back in our thoughts and say, is this something that aligns with my goals? Or is this my mind playing games with me? It's not that our mind wants us to fail, it's just that we're in the fight or flight. But we could be our own judge and jury. I is intention. Now, when we live a life of intention, not only do we live a life with purpose, we live a life with clarity, and we live a life of kindness and giving back. We are able to put aside our ego and stand up and show up and put ourselves where we see ourselves with clarity and intention and purpose. C, I do it a double C, which is confidence and courage. When you have the confidence to stand up and come out of your comfort zone and show up, stretch yourself, expand, that's where you build up that confidence, that courage, and then that confidence. And when you have the confidence, you'll understand that that's key. Because when you can walk into a room with your shoulders up high, you know that Beyonce walk, you know, swaying, nobody's gonna say, I wonder where she lives. I wonder what she's wearing. They're gonna be like, I wonder what she's doing to get into that feeling. I want that feeling. I want to talk to her. The power of confidence. It truly is key. And my favorite of the 5 steps of the voice is from the late great Bob Marley. Emancipate yourselves from mental slavery. None but ourselves can free our minds. Now, when you think about that, and if you've ever read the Bob Proctor book, Change Your Paradigm, Change Your Life, you'll realize so many of us are living in a mental jail that we don't even know that we're a part of. And it's usually because we are so conformed to other people's opinions. We are doing what others feel that we should be doing at that time. We are following, quote unquote, the norm. But when you can actually step up and free yourself from what everybody else thinks you should do and show up and become the person that you know you are through your own authenticity and your power, then that's where you create the strategies that work and align for you. That align for you. Not for him, but for you. And that's when we are able to look at that equation we do have. Instead of just doing and having, you gotta do this. You gotta do this so you can have that. Who do we need to become? What do we need to free ourselves from, free our minds from, so we can become? And when we think about the voice, there's somebody out there that needs to hear your voice. So stand up, speak up, and show up. Now the last 3 steps is like what my son says. You know these teenagers in their weird language? I don't know if they do it here in America, but they got some weird language. And my son, he's always like, say bet, mom, say bet, say bet. Every time I challenge him, like, don't threaten my son with a Shanti mind-body connection, because he thinks he's this, right? But it got me thinking about the word bet. Believe, evaluate, take action. We are all here at the BLACC BODI Summit, at the summit here right now in San Antonio, Texas, because we wholeheartedly believe in wellness. We wholeheartedly believe in the mind-body connection, and we wholeheartedly believe to pay it forward by changing lives through wellness and as well as through our business. And BODI has an amazing platform where we can evaluate all of the services, all of the products, so much that we could customize it into our lifestyles. We could customize it into our future partners and our customers. And the best part is, with all the accountability and support that BODI has here, it encourages us to take that step and take action. So we always must bet in ourselves. So the voice, you know, we're known as human beings. And I see that as 2 sides of us. We have our human side and our being side. Our voice is our inner being side. It is the beautiful gift that God has given us. That beautiful gift of innovation, clarity, peace, of creativity, and most importantly, love. So use your voice. And when you bet on yourself, that's the human side of us. That's where we take the action. That's where we challenge ourselves to step up and show up, because when we do that, we are able to touch so many lives. If my ladies in the back did not believe in me, I would not be here today. I came out of my comfort zone completely. And that's what really stretched me. I went into spaces and places where it was completely unknown. Not everyone looks like me, but does that mean I don't go? Does that mean I don't go? No, that means I go even further. That's what I see it as. That's why I go even further. And that's what I want for you all in this BODI business. We have the opportunity to step into our authenticity using our voice, our God-given creativity that we have been through love. And then we use the bet to take the action. I use superheroes because I want you all right now, for 10 seconds, to think of yourself as a superhero. Now, I can guarantee you, within that 10 seconds, you never thought of yourself as a superhero sitting in the corner like this sad, or that you couldn't do it. I know you all felt like as if you were standing in your power when you just think of that superhero. So when you think about that voice, that's that superhero. I shared my story of my mom because adversity is going to come. It's a part of the journey. But when you have the support, and know that we're not doing this alone, people. We're not alone. The sky is not the limit when you have the entire universe to explore. And I saw it with my mom. She wasn't alone. And she got that support and really fought through that. And I use the voice and bet acronym to make it sticky because the meat and the potatoes are what they stand for. So I invite you all today, while you're here at the BODI Summit, don't just get the handles, the social media handles, and take pictures. Be intentional. Be intentional with your business and your own wellness. Let's make today the day that we create our own vision and mission statement for our lives and our business. Because as I said, there's somebody out here that's waiting to hear you. Somebody that's out there that needs to hear you and wants to hear you. But if you're not showing up for yourself, they're missing out. And as I said, we are superheroes. So I invite you all to stand on up right now. Stand on up, roll your shoulders back. Put your hands on your hip. If you don't have a microphone in your hand, I want 2 hands on the hip, please. And I want you to repeat after me these 3 sentences. I am a superhero.
I am a superhero.
My superpower is my voice.
My superpower is my voice.
And I bet on myself every single time.
And I bet on myself every single time.
Awesome. Now I want you all again to go out there, stand up and show up. Put yourself where you see yourself, because I believe in you. I believe in you. I believe in you. And I believe in all of us. And as I always say, it's not about you. It's not about me. It truly is about we. You got this. We got this. Now hear us roar.
Is let's elevate and rise together, and I could not think of a better